division of two 8-bit numbers using 8085. Let's discuss that in detail. So when I say division, so dividend by divisor, so division of two 8-bit numbers using 8085. So let's see, a very simple division we can take into consideration. So division may be 6 by 3, for example. 3 ones are 3, 6 minus 3, 3. Again it is divided by 3. 3 ones are 3, it is 0. So repeated subtraction is called division here. Or division may be like this. Not all, and we take a smaller number. Subject to condition that your dividend is lesser than divisor. So dividend is lesser than divisor. So how do you consider that is, so when you have 3 here and 6 here, the quotient is 0 and the remainder will be 3. So either you'll follow this or you'll have this. So only there are two possibilities. So we're going to check how the division is going to happen. So let's start. So we need the dividend, we need the divisor. So it's again a repeated subtraction. Repeated subtraction. So let's do that 6 by 3. So we say that let's consider MBI A is equal to 0.6. So A is moved with 0.6. That is a dividend. And let's see MBI B comma 0.3. So you're going to do 6 by 3. So B is 0.3. So when you do this, first step what you have to do in your division is compare B. That means what? B is compared with A, accumulator. B is compared with accumulator. So why we are comparing? To check whether A greater than B or B greater than A. When A is greater, so it's well and good it is going to do. So 6 by 3. So accumulator is a register where the result will be stored, where the end result will be stored. So compare B. So A is greater than B. When A is less than B, there are some conditions. When A less than B, carry is 1. When A is greater than B, carry is 0. When A is equal to B, 0 flag is set. Now compare B. Now whenever we compare, we have to check with the carry flag. Jump on carry. So A is greater than B, carry is equal to 0. So there is no carry. So there is no carry. If there is a carry, we have to do something. If there is no carry, so if there is a carry, go to loop L1. There is no carry, go to loop L1. So what is at L1? So what is at L1? Store the result. Store the content in some location, A2, not 1. So when you will have a carry when A less than B. For the condition what you have seen, for the second condition, if the condition we have used the second, 3 is your dividend, 6 is your divisor, then there is a carry, a less than b. So if a is 0, 3 and b is 0, 6, then you'll have a carry, 3 less than 6. During that state, the remainder will be stored in, directly the remainder will be stored in accumulator, and accumulator will be stored in 8201 memory. But here, if there is a carry, we are going to move loop L1. But now there is no carry, so what you do, when there is no carry, the division proceeds in this way. So 6 is divided by 3 one time. First, when there is no carry, increment your C register. What is the C register? It is meant for quotient. Let's initialize the C register first. So MVIC, this is for 0, 0. Wherever you want, you can initialize. But now, since I'm going to proceed with this step, if there is a carry, go to store. If there is no carry, increment your quotient. So if there is no carry, you are supposed to proceed in this way. How you are supposed to proceed? If there is no carry, before incrementing the quotient, first let's subtract. Subtract. There is no carry, we have to proceed with the operation of subtracting. So what is that subtract? You have to do sub b. Sub b is what? A minus b. So the first subtraction is over. And then increment your quotient INR C. One time is over. One time is over. Let me give some space. So the loop, I'm bringing it down. The loop is there. Just for space, I'm bringing it down. So once after subtracting, you have to increment the quotient. C becomes 1. So one time subtraction is over. Let me write that loop here. So let me write that loop here. Where is that? Let me write that here. What it is telling, loop is store the accumulator content in some location 8200. This is what I have. So L1 I have written here. And what do I do? Incrementing the quotient. So I have incremented my quotient. Now what do I do? Jump. So one times it's over. You have incremented your quotient once. Now again give the command jump L2. So I give the command as jump L2 after incrementing. What is that L2 is? Again compare. L2 is again compare. So compare again. Now one time this is over. So you have subtracted. Now again the dividend and the divisor has to be compared. There is carry. So both are equal. Only 0 flag is set. So no need to go for whether carry set or not set. Now 3 and 3. After one time subtraction, the dividend is compared to the divisor. Dividend is 3. Divisor is again 3. So both are equal. Only 0 flag is set. So it will not bother about this. It will not check for the carry flag. It will not bother about carry flag. It will check. But here only 0 flag. So what it does, again it will subtract. So sub b, a minus b. So 3 minus 3. So it does. Now a is 3, b is also 3. 3 minus 3 it becomes 0. So one more subtraction is over. Again it is incrementing the quotient. So first initially quotient was 1. Now the quotient has moved to 0. Second time subtraction is over. So the quotient is increased to. So what it does again. Next is what? Jump L2. So when it goes to L2, again compare. No, nothing to compare because second time subtraction is over. Nothing to compare. Because the answer is 0. This is your remainder. This is your divisor. So this cannot be compared. So it will skip all the steps. No need to check for carry. No need to subtract. No need to go for quotient. Jump L2. It will go directly for the result. So now the accumulator content is what? Stored in accumulator. So now what we do? Accumulator content is moved in A200. The result is moved to A200. Now we have a quotient. What we do? Move the content of quotient to accumulator. Move C to A. Here the quotient is C. So let me write it from the top. Move C to A. Followed by that, next instruction is store the accumulator content in A2 not 1. So remainder is stored in A200 and the quotient is stored in not 1. This is how it proceeds. So your C is your quotient 0 2 and your A is your remainder 0. So both have been obtained. So this is your division process. Thank you all.